everyone, this is my new drive, my new ride. But I can say that I have this car for 1 year and a half, but right now I did some improvement. The car right now, it has hydrogen combustion together with gasoline. I just want to show you how it looks under the hood, if you can allow me for 1 second. Right now the engine is off, so I can hear, guys can hear me better. To explain to you the way I did the hydrogen cell, thanks to hydroclubusa.com. So first of all, the cell is underneath over there. Okay, I think I can catch it right. And I have two hoses. One is coming, both of them, they're coming to the reservoir under in the bottom over there. Inside I have distilled water mixed with potassium hydroxide, and my car is manual. Usually they come with two outlets, one here, but mine has only one because it's a manual transmission. And after several times sending emails to Hydro Club USA, I got answers on my questions, and they suggest to me to put only one hose that is going on the air intake right here underneath. So I have the two hoses coming from the cell. One is going inside the cell with the electrolyte formula, the other one is shooting the bubbles inside the reservoir. And from the reservoir here, because you don't need to fill up all the way, just leave some space for the gas to stay there, and then the gas gets pumped through this hose and it goes right here inside to the air intake. And from the air intake it goes into the throttle. So this is the mechanical thing. I forgot to tell you I have a drain tee in case if I get some moisture, or sometimes you drive on, there are a lot of bumpers on the street, and liquid coming from the reservoir might get, instead to go to the engine, it goes through this drain tee. And I have here the valve. When it's collecting a little bit of liquid, I can flush it off. About the electrical part, of course the positive wire and the negative wire that goes out from the cell, and they're going to here, and from there to this hose. And I have the shunt for the amp meter right here. The ground, it goes here, the other ground, it goes to the body frame of the car, and the other two wires, they go inside in a car where I have the amp reader. And also the positive wire, it goes also inside the car. Now what I did different, I install a relay, because sometimes let's say the amp meter is reading, it's not reading correctly. So if I need to stop the hydrogen going to the engine, I have a switch inside the car, so I had to put a relay. So this goes to the 30. There is a live feed from the cell, and the other side parallel, it's the live feed from the battery. This is for the switch, and the other one, the yellow wire, is for the ground. There it goes here. Okay, and everything goes inside. All that cable, the wires that are covered with a flex tubing that I got it from Home Depot. It was cheap, like 99 cents for 10 feet, and it goes inside through inside the car. I spent a few extra dollars for a scan gauge that it shows me the trip computer, everything, because this car is not coming with a trip computer and everything. This is the amp meter right here. I left it right here. Sometimes it's the sun, it's hitting, and I can read this, so I can move it left or right or any other way, so I can always monitoring the hydrogen. Besides this, I install a FS2 Volo chip from voloperformance.com. What it does is fooling the computer, the oxygen sensor, so you don't get too much gas, because when the hydrogen it gets inside to the engine, the computer it's trying to take more oxygen, to take more gas from the fuel tank, because it's not recognizing the hydrogen. So this device is pretty easy to install. It goes behind the ODB port, and it makes you to save the gas, because it's letting the hydrogen go inside. So I'll try to turn on the car right now. This is the switch for the hydrogen, and as you can see, all the wires, they're hidden, you cannot see them. I put them inside over there. And if I start it right now, because the engine is cold, it's reading somewhere 10, 11, 12. But as soon as the car gets warmed up, I'm reading somewhere between 20, 24, 25. Now you gotta remember, I'm living in Arizona where it's really hot outside and the temperature gets really high. Per se, yesterday it was 108 degrees on the shade, so of course my car being black, it's getting a lot of sunlight, and the cell it's generating some heat, but because of the sun it gets more heat inside to the hydrogen cell. So just 1 second, I pressed the wrong button over there. I drove in the city and it gets me so far 26.0 miles per gallon, which is a real increase. This car, it's coming with the average of, I'll show it to you from the sticker, from the purchase, the manufacturer thing. Sorry, because I'm moving the camera too fast, but what is that paper? It's here. If I'm not mistaken, it shows 1826. Yes, it's 1826. Well, believe it or not, yesterday I put gas in a car, and after driving 318 miles, mostly city, a little bit on highway, and a lot of stops, going shopping, going groceries, of course it gets more gas. Well, I was really impressed because I put only 10.6 gallons, so if you divide the 318 by 10.6, that gets you 30 miles per gallon. Let's say I drove probably like 65, 35, 65 city, 35 highway. And I don't know if you can hear, but the car, it sounds much cleaner. And the exhaust, it sounds different than it was sounded before, and also the emission, I think it's not too much, because all the time that I try to smell, I don't smell any gasoline coming out from the exhaust pipe, or that weird smoke that it was, that weird smell that I was having before. Right now it is much cleaner. So this is a Ford Mustang 4.0 liter manual transmission, 2010. Right now I assist the combustion with the hydrogen. So as you can hear, the engine is really, sounds really different, and it's not shaking at all. Alright, so This is the hydrogen. Let's see how the hydrogen looks inside after turning on the car. It's that gas coming out, and it usually gets pumped to this hose and it goes inside to the engine. Well, right now you see this cover, take it out because I wanted to show you the cell, how it looks inside. Okay, thank you very much.